Hello again, and another story. This is quite scary because it does show that the whole train, I'll call it a train, because you can see the train coming and there's absolutely nothing you can do to stop it. It reminds me of that film, Unstoppable, the train that went off and they couldn't stop it, basically. This is exactly the same. But UBI is part of the NWO plan, the agenda, and all of this banking thing, all of this fuel charges, all of this to make it all unaffordable and put you into debt. Because what they'll do is they'll offer you an outlet. They'll say, right, we'll cancel your debt, but you have to take UBI. And so far, we don't know the ins and outs of it, but we can guess that there will be strings attached. So if you don't behave yourself, you get your money taken away, or you get sanctions. They're not really telling you that. They're just giving you a nice fluffy bunny rabbit stuff. This is lots of money per month. £1,600 per month. But for me, what I want to know is that tax-free? Do you have to spend it on rent and food and everything? Because 1,600 is not going to last very long. So how do you have your rent paid? How do you buy food? How do you pay your bills? How do you do this, that and the other? So what is this money for? What can you use it on? Is it for you or is it for everything? And if you're going to live off that money, let's say you're on 50 grand a year, you'll be on a lot more money income per month than that. Yeah. So let's look at it. You'll be, obviously, the only advantage is that you won't be going to a job because you'll be stuck at home all the time. Do you really want that? Can you really stay at home 24/7? Because I find it really hard, because where I used to go out to my classes, and I don't do that anymore, I can go a whole week without going out. And I can go a whole week without going out the side of the door, let alone going out anywhere, like a shop. So for me, I don't think it's a good idea. And certainly this is UBI that they are trialling in Welsh Wales. Let's have a look. So here we are with the story. This is in Wales Online. They're giving this money in a trial, and it's a pilot scheme, but obviously that doesn't mean anything because it is coming in no matter what. So this is 500 care leavers. These are young people who were in care and are now on their own in the big wide world, and they don't get anything. They don't get money, they don't get benefits, they've got no parents, and of course this is going to be quite a lot of money for them every month. So the total cost of the scheme is going to be evaluated over 3 years, £20 million, and of course it's going to be considered a vast success if there's been positive improvements in mental health, well-being, employment or education. Now they're going to get, so it is taxed. So they're only going to get £1,280 after tax. And the other question that I had, there's no restrictions on what the money can be spent on. So they're going to get that money every month. Basically, is it for rent or food or what? So the Welsh Government said that while each person who received the money could receive a different amount, it expects the majority will be better off than if they were claiming UC. Obviously they can't claim it as well. For example, unemployed 18-year-old who's paying rent to social housing. That's if they can get social housing, because at that age they would not qualify for any help, and the queue would be probably years long. Having dealt with young people, I know that, and it has got worse. They could do private renting, but they'll be paying a lot more than that. Apparently they would be £400 better off on this than if they were on UC. So £400 in their pocket. Many of those involved in the pilot, which they have to sign up for, have been lucky enough to enjoy as we started out on their path to adulthood. So care, who could get this is anybody who's been in care and they're 18, somebody who's been looked after by the council, and a person leaving care who is resident in Wales. Obviously they can't be English and go over there, get the money. So what's offered is this taxable 1,600, because they're going to give it and then take it away, and it's for a period of 2 years, and from the following the calendar month in which they are 18. It will be available to care leavers who are 18 years old. They could choose whether to have it monthly or 2 times a month, and it will be paid to them by external providers. If you participate in the pilot, it's voluntarily, and they are already known to their local council. It's unconditional with no requirements. The gross payment will be the same for everyone, and it will not be altered. They can leave at any time and the payments will stop, and it will require a bank account or any other, like our building society, to receive it, which is the same for anybody on benefits. What about benefits? So the government have confirmed at the moment for this trial that it will be disregarded. So any claims they make will need to be, they will need to make the DWP aware of that, because an accepted list will be PIP and those in supported housing, because they will be still available to claim housing benefit. So they've set this broadly in line with the real living wage, even though they don't have to do anything at all for it. So it's a trial, but you can see where it's going. And I mean, how can you live off that? I don't know. You're going to have £400 in your pocket if you're lucky, £650 a month rent. What about your bills? What about your food? £400 not going to last long. And what about going out, enjoying yourself, renting a car, renting a bike? Yeah, lots of things that you need money for. Going on holiday, for example. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Please do comment below, and I'll catch you next video.